Mm-hmm.
All right, we are live. Happy Friday Eve day to everybody. Today, we just have Facebook and YouTube right here. No Instagram today because I've got a special guest and we're using StreamYard exclusively to bring Jade to you guys. If you're catching this on Facebook, I want you to go to streamyard.com/Facebook. Give permission for us to see your name in the comments because we want to be able to shout you out. And I know Jade wants to meet you too. My special guest, my new friend, Jade Olivia, you are going to fall in love with her just like I have. She is a tech and automations genius, and she's going to tell us how we can make our lives easier running these businesses without running ourselves ragged. But first, if you're new to me and I'm new to you, I'm Tracy Beavers. I am your business and sales coach, and my passion is helping you, the small business owner, solopreneur, build the business of your dreams, gain that income that you seek, and have time for your family and your sanity. It is possible to build a business with ease. That is what I help my clients do. We create a roadmap of clear action steps, all laid out, easy to follow. You put your blinders on, go to work, and you know exactly what you're working on every single day. That sounds good to you, and you're interested in talking about what we can accomplish together, I want you to reach out to me. Let's set a free information call, find out what you need, and find out if we're a good fit for each other. I always like to highlight my private clients because they're doing amazing things. I've got several clients that have launches coming up for their new offers. And in 2 coaching sessions, we got their pre-launch, launch, and post-launch strategies all mapped out so they feel like they can breathe and execute. So if you need help mapping out your offers, your pricing, if you're having a launch coming up, set that free info call with me and let's talk about how I can help you cover all of your bases and all of those details so you don't miss any of the crucial parts. And the ladies in the Business Visibility Made Easy group are killing it. They are breaking through all the modules in the group and they're doing big things. I'm going to start talking about them here a little bit in some upcoming posts so you guys can see some of the awesome work that they're doing. All right. If you're here live, let us know that. If you're catching the replay, no shame in that game. I love a replay. Just let us know you're catching on replay. That would help. All right. And throw your questions and comments in the chat. Facebook, we can immediately see yours afterward, and then YouTube, comment and I will see it. And if I don't know the answer, I will get back with Jade and I'll find an answer for you. So let's dive in. I'm thrilled Jade is here. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She has a background in professional dancing, cheerleading, coaching, music, and marketing automation. And she combines all of the skills from all of those to serve her favorite people in the world, entrepreneurs. With that background in digital marketing and automation, she is a consultant that helps entrepreneurs avoid those mistakes. And she enjoys public speaking, educating, and networking. And I know this because that's how we met. We met through a networking group. When entrepreneurs can connect at the right time for the right reasons, sparks can fly, and Jade lives for the sparks. Jade, welcome. Welcome to the group. Is there anything you want to add or talk about before we dive in?
Yes. First of all, thank you. Yeah, I'm super happy to be here. You know, like if business and like all of this stuff isn't fun, like what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like,
yes, it's got to be
fun with this. But just to highlight what Tracy was saying, like I cannot underestimate I just can't say enough. Like you coaches are like what make the world go around. Tracy herself has a coach. I have a coach.
Yep.
The best athletes in the world, the Olympians, have coaches, you know what I mean? And like Tracy and I drive really, really well because like I'm here to talk about like customer journey and automation and predictability in your systems. And then what Tracy provides on top of that is like predictability and confidence in your business as a whole. So it's like these things really sandwich and complement each other really well. So like have people like Tracy in your life, have people like me in your life. We are here for you. Ask these questions. Like, let's do this.
Love it. Love it. All right. So tell us a little bit about automation. What is it? Give us some examples. Why do we need it? All the things.
Yeah. Well, I'll start with what automation isn't. Okay. I've seen a lot of like new entrepreneurs who were like ready to implement automation hesitate because they feel like automation means impersonal. Like think about like you receive emails from do not reply, you know, in your inbox and you're like, ugh. Right. But I'm here to help break that myth. Automation does not mean impersonal. In fact,
Good.
like the more you can incorporate your authentic self in your automation, it's just a scaled out version of you. How would you talk intimately to your client saying, "Welcome, I'm so glad you're here.
Mhm.
Tell me something amazing about yourself." You can put that in your automation and give like your tender love and care to every single person. So automation is only impersonal if you like write like a robot.
I
Uh,
love that. So it's a way to accentuate your personality.
Yes, it accentuates and scales you. Like how much love would you give every single person if you could hug every single person who opted into your lead magnet
Yeah.
or personally thank every person who read your article, right? Like
Right.
put that love into your automation and then you can have hundreds of thousands of people reading your article and you can thank them and love them and guide them down like your journey of knowledge and that's what all of this does. It's you scaled out. But
Right.
like, from like a nerdy side, automation is basically if this then that statements.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know,
Give
like
me some examples.
if someone, opts into your landing page for your lead magnet, then they get an email like thanking them like from your heart and like why this information is so great. And then you have a series of like nurture emails or offer emails or showing them like the next thing that will take them to the next level. It does all of that, because it's triggered by an action in a digital format. And then
Mhm.
it just starts to fire off. So that's what automation is from a nerdy point. It's if this then do that. And you can set up a series of milestones through your customer journey so that it's a seamless, predictable, experience. Like you put a gumball in a machine, it comes out. And now your customers can experience that like fluid, like handheld journey through your business and your offers and your everything without you having to do every single step.
I like that. I like not having to do every single step.
Yeah.
Tell us what are some of your favorite automation tools, and are there some that you like almost always recommend for
Mhm.
most everybody? It's like this is your basic little toolkit of automation.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I'm a Keep certified partner. So I'm a little biased there, but
Tell us about Keep. What is that?
yeah, Keep is a very robust automation CRM. So CRM meaning, client relationship management or customer relationship management. It's your
Mhm.
database. It's where you put everyone's names, phone numbers, email address, stuff like that. If you have that on like Google Sheets, call Tracy. We will get you all sorted out so that you have all of your data somewhere. But
Yes.
then the automation side of it is that data lives there to trigger or act on automation, like we just
Okay.
talked about.
Yeah.
So, instead of, someone saying, I want your thing, and then you put their name on the Google Sheet. So you have their data and then you go and email them the thing because they asked for it. Those things can happen automatically.
I
They
love it.
sign up, the automation triggers, you have the data, they get their thing, and they get led down your experience.
Love it.
Mhm.
What other automation tools do you love besides Keep?
Yeah, and Tracy, as you know, and everyone watching, like everyone's business is different. Like
Yeah.
you have a special baby, so there's really no like this is a perfect fit. Like
Right.
Keep is a great fit for brand new businesses who are trying to organize and automate, and then you're going to grow and add more things to your tech stack,
Mhm.
right? You're going to eventually need something like Zapier, which is that if then if this then that automation
Right.
between different platforms that don't natively talk to each other.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
you might want to grow out of MailChimp into Keep so you can do your email marketing, but have more robust automation for purchases.
Love
And
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And so in Keep, that brings up a question for me because I have clients that need to send email newsletters, and
Mhm.
sometimes the website they've built on isn't doesn't have an email service provider integrated into it. So that's where you're saying the Zapier can connect those things. But then also you mentioned MailChimp, if you're using that, but you want to grow into something like Keep that's more robust,
Yeah.
you can actually send a newsletter email sequence from Keep.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And like a few other things that you're going to eventually need, like Keep
Right.
comes with a business line so you can text and call your customers from your real phone, but it's through the Keep app. So you're not using your personal phone number. You can
Cool.
set business hours so clients can't abuse you in the middle of the night.
Cool.
Yeah, so they can text you at like midnight and they'll get a polite response like, "Oh, I'll get back to you in the morning."
Right.
Comes with a calendar scheduling tool. So if you do like consulting or coaching, people can book meetings with you
Okay.
all via automation with the reminders and, all those
Mhm.
things that you would do personally to show someone that you like are taking care of them can be
Right.
automated within Keep.
Very cool.
Mhm.
All right, let's talk about the journey of the customer
Yeah.
and those stages.
Mhm.
Why is it important that I know what those are and that I have the customer journey stages in my business?
Yeah. Oh gosh, this is such a good question. When you're a solopreneur and a small business owner, like there's a lot. Like
Oh,
you're wearing all the hats, you're doing all the things, and it's so much. So as an automation consultant, people often come to me and they're like, I bought Keep. Now what? Like, okay, I know I need to automate, but where do I start? And
right.
so they're looking at me from the bottom up, like, what do I do next? And so the lens at which I help them like prescribe how we prioritize, like, okay, let's just take a deep breath. You're doing great. And then the lens at which I look at things is the life cycle marketing framework, meaning, or life cycle automation, meaning what's the entire customer journey? But more importantly, where are you missing pieces? Like, you
Yeah,
don't want a missing piece of a bridge, like someone's going to fall through,
right.
you know? So we basically have a conversation and walk through each of the stages. So from a larger, from like a 30,000 foot view is it's 3 stages. It's
Got
you
it.
collect the leads,
Uh-huh.
you convert them into clients, like closing your sale, and then you create fans by like amazing fulfillment and referral and, all those kinds of things. So it's 3 things. And it's really easy to be like, okay, I have clients, I'm great at converting them once I get them on calls with me, but I don't have a lot of clients. Well, that means you have a hole in the beginning. You need lead generation.
Right.
Or likewise on the back end, if you have a lot of leads but you're not converting well, like call Tracy. You know what I mean? Like, we need to figure out systems in place so that you have predictable, that's if anyone is going to take a single lesson out of this conversation, it's working with coaches like Tracy and tools like Keep and all these things. It's to build predictability.
Yes.
You have,
Consistent.
yeah, consistency, predictability, so that when a client enters your system,
Yeah.
that X% are going to convert and X% are going to refer, and you can start to forecast your cash flow and like really grow and evolve.
Right. And actually grow a business with sustainable income.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like what you're saying because that consistent income and those clients on repeat is what we all strive for.
Mhm.
But if we don't have the right tools and processes in place, we're not going to get there. So I love that you can help people with this.
Yeah.
All right. This is the question of the day. Why are new entrepreneurs always so stressed out?
Why aren't they stressed out? That
I
would
mean,
be shorter.
I know the answer and you know the answer, but let's talk about it because it's the truth.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. The answer is twofold. Like, the first part is everything we've just been talking about already. It's like you need to organize your business and your systems and your lead generation and okay, so I need automation so I can do this well. And like it's figuring out like the how to, like the tangible items, like
Mhm.
how do I build my business and its systems, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot. But the second part is that, like, comment if this has ever happened to you. Like, your family, like your immediate family, like your kids and your parents and your brothers and sisters, they're not there to understand your business. Their job is to love you.
Right.
And like, I've even said like to people in my immediate family, like, what do you do? I have a membership called You're Doing Great. And they laughed at me. Or like, I'm a business owner. And they're like, yeah, right. Like,
Yes, I know. I'm laughing because they're like, well, what is it? I'm not even sure my husband knows exactly what I do.
yeah,
Like,
same.
you're going to be the best one. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. So you're stressed because whether you want to admit it or not, it's very likely that you're lonely. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard and like it's disheartening when, like, yeah, I tell my sister, oh my God, I'm so excited and I can start a business. I'm gonna launch a membership. It's gonna be so great. And they're like, okay, cool.
Right.
They don't get it. So it's
Mhm.
really, really important. That's what I love about what Tracy's building. It's like, yeah, she has her coaching and she's great at that, but she's also building like a community of people that get it. Like, surround yourself with people that will like, oh, you have a crazy idea and you're going to change the world. Yes. Yes, I got you. How can I support you? You know, I'm good at this thing, and I'll tell you how you know, like all the collaborative growing of like always be. If you're the smartest person in the room, leave that room. Go
Right.
into Tracy's room, go into her Facebook group, and look at the people that are learning and posting and sharing. And, you know, I bet you $1 million I could post in Tracy's Facebook group today and be like, I'm going to start a new business tomorrow and I'm scared.
Yeah.
I bet you everyone would be like, you got this. You're awesome. Do you need help? Like,
yes, it's happened. It's actually happened. But no, what you're saying is true. And I say this every week. And at the end of my live trainings, I don't want anybody in the entrepreneurial space to ever feel like they're alone, because they're not. And it doesn't matter how successful we are. It doesn't matter if it's our day one or our day 37,465 and we're a $10 million a year earner.
mm-hmm.
Everybody feels this way. And so that's what I love about what you do. And you're so inclusive. And that's how we met, just because we met through a little networking thing. And I could tell, I'm like, she's so heart-centered and cares so much about other people. But I think that is, you hit on the nail on the head, that we are so stressed out because we feel like we're alone. And that's where we've got to reach out for help and support, and hire a coach, be in a mastermind, get the information that we need to educate ourselves on what it's going to take to grow this business.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. all of that and more.
Right.
You know, I'm very fortunate in that, like, when I quit my job and decided to start a business,
Mm-hmm.
the world that I entered, you know, I grew as a Keep certified partner. So I was constantly like, I grew up in a world of marketers where marketing is our craft. And the further I grow out of that bubble and go to other networking meetings and meet people like Tracy, is like, I'm realizing, I'm like, you don't know about automation?
Right.
Like, you don't like technology? Like, and not a bad thing, but I'm always like, I'm shocked by the vast world of small business entrepreneurs who are doing this because they're good at their craft that isn't marketing. Like, I want to start a quilting membership. I want to start a subscription box company because I love coffee and I make coffee. Like, these people are just as fiery and amazing and creative, but marketing isn't in their skill set. And I'm shocked by the frustration. And like, you can't Google how to start a business. You're going to start seeing ads you're going to start getting DMs from slimy gurus and like, I'll help you scale your business from, you know, 3 to 7 figures in 6 weeks if you follow my formula. Like, no, like find your real family. You know?
Right.
Which, good information is really hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
When you go into communities of like-minded people, you're going to get a lot better information than if you like Google, because when you Google something, you're going to be targeted by ads, right? If I said I want to start a business, I'm going to start getting ads for something like ClickFunnels,
Right.
Which is a tool of many tools, but they have big ad spend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be attracted by like the awesome information and go down that rabbit hole. There's just rabbit holes everywhere.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
Yeah. So the lack of education is a big problem, Tracy. I mean, do you see that with your clients?
Well, we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is overwhelming because, you know, when you go to a 9-to-5 job and you're working for somebody else, they give you everything. You walk in the door, they give you your office, your desk, the phone, the business cards, the name tag, the job description, the benchmarks,
the computer,
all of it.
Yeah.
And when you're a business owner, and they tell you about the company and they give you guidelines of what they want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a business owner and you're starting something from scratch, all you know is you've got this passion in your heart to have a quilting membership, or to, you know, be a tech guru, an automations guru like you are, or to help people build businesses and do awesome sales and marketing like I do. That's all we know. I didn't know about how to build a website. I didn't know all of the automations that are out there to make my job easier. I didn't know that what an email nurture sequence was or why I needed it, until people started pointing it out and I started learning. And so, yeah, it's stressful for sure. Tell us, I know you mentioned Keep. Are there a couple of other tools that you like that you use in your business?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This actually, so I use Calendly to like book meetings with my clients and prospects and other kinds of meetings.
Mhm.
They just came out with a new feature. Like yesterday, I got an email from Calendly, like the feature you've all been waiting for. It's
Oh,
like it's a logic form. So like if
okay.
and you don't have to have a website. I don't have a website. If you go to jadeoliviaconsulting.com, it's a landing page I made because I had to for speaking opportunities like this.
Right.
Like you don't need, there are so many things that you don't need. Just do what you need. So like Calendly has like a form where you can give it to someone, and depending on their answers, it will send them in a different direction.
Interesting.
That just came out. So
That-
like if I have a sales team and one is better at this than the other, based on the answer, they might book a call with this salesperson or this,
Ah,
or end up on this website instead of this website.
interesting.
That's pretty cool. I love Calendly. I use Canva for design. I use the paid version because their
Me
templates
too.
are bonkers. I don't have to, I'm not a designer. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I love the paid version of Canva. It's worth every penny. Because everything I wanted to grab to use was the pro
Mhm.
version, and I was finally like, "Oh, forget it! I'm just going to pay for it." And it's been worth it. It makes my
Oh,
job so much easier. Yeah, love Canva.
ever. I use Loom a lot. It's
Yep,
a
I
Chrome
love
extension where you can record, like there's a circle of you on the bottom talking while you're navigating your screen. So I use that a lot with my clients. So I can, instead of me being like, I did your thing, I'll be like, hey, and I'll show them like how excited I am. I can build this thing and walk them through it. So it just builds really good relationships. So people
Yeah,
can see your face and see what you've built. And I
right.
love Loom. That's one of my favorites.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Well, I know you've got some super exciting stuff coming up. We were talking about it before I pushed the live button. Tell everybody what's going on in July and what you've got planned. It's really cool.
Cool. Okay. So considering everything we just talked about, like it's hard to know what to find and hard to find people that are going to care.
And be
uh,
honest with you about it. It's like if sometimes it feels like everybody's just trying to sell everybody something.
mhm.
And I just want honest answers. So I know that's what you give your clients.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard out there, guys. It's a battlefield. So, I for the last couple of years I've been doing, freelance consulting, and it's been very very successful. But I'm trying to pivot out of it because I want to have instead of just one starfish at a time, I want to help a lot of starfish at a time. So like I'm trying to pivot from a one to one to many.
Mm-hmm.
And I found those two things we just talked about to be the hardest for solopreneurs, knowing the marketing fundamentals and like finding a family that will care and support you and keep you accountable.
Right.
So because of that, I'm going to be having a summit in July. When the sales page open, I'll make sure that Tracy gets all the information for all y'all. But it's going to be five marketing expert speakers teaching 5 things we just need to know about sales, copywriting, proper follow-up,
Oh,
strategy, customer journey, these 5 things.
yeah.
And I did a lot of message mining for this, and I asked everyone, I was like, what do you hate about summits? And
Right.
everyone was like, there's so many bad things, like it's just blah inspirational. It's 50 pre-recorded videos, and I don't even know what's going on, all of those things. So what's
Yeah.
really cool about this summit, it's going to be only the stuff that we like. So it's
Good.
5 speakers in 4 hours. They're going to teach for 20 minutes and do an exercise for 10. So you're guaranteed to walk out with 5 things to do in your business immediately that they taught you, and you have a worksheet. So you're going to walk away within 4 hours with 5 tactics to do instantly.
That's awesome. What are the dates?
It's going to be Thursday, July 21st at
Okay.
11 a.m. Central until 3 p.m. So it's going to be fast, furious, none of the fluff. You don't have to pay extra for the recordings and VIP seats and all those things everyone's sick of, right? Like
Right.
it's $27 and you're in and you get the recordings and you get the value. And I am going to pitch a founding member launch of my membership at that time.
Yeah.
But it's not, and this is another thing everyone's sick of. It's not the summit where you can get a sneak peek, but you have to buy more to get value. Like you're going to get value at the summit. And if you want to join a membership for accountability and family afterwards,
Right.
a separate value stack, that's going to be launched at that time, but it's not like a pressure, like come to this thing and then buy this, you know,
Right.
it's like get the information. And then if you want accountability, that's what the membership is for, is like, we're going to keep talking about these 5 things, but make sure you do it and
Yeah.
cheer you on. That's what the membership is going to be about.
Love that. So tell everybody where to find you. If somebody wanted to connect with you after this recording and they're like, I need some help with identifying my customer journey, what automations can I use? How do people find you and connect with you?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. It's jadeolivia.co. And I'm launching this whole new brand for this whole new like summit and membership. And so the website is pretty, like, it's like this big right now, because, you know, and I'm still going for it. Like, I'm not scared to launch all this stuff with like a very small tech stack. So if anyone is like, I don't have things, I'm scared to start a business, don't worry about it. We got you. You can still do anything. I don't even have a website. That's fine. It's fine. Everyone's fine.
Yeah. I think that's great. And that's so good to know, because people ask me, do I need a website? And I'm like, you know, my answer is always, it really depends on the business model. It's
Yep.
You need something where if somebody goes to search for you, they have social proof.
Yeah.
But what that looks like and how big it is, and does it have all the bells and whistles? Just depends.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for being with us.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
my friends, here's what I want you to do right now. We've been talking about how you can make your lives easier, how we can make our lives easier growing these businesses. And I've got a way that you can do that today. When it comes to social media content, I know it feels like you're trying to eat an elephant. I want you to go grab my free video and guide that's going to show you how to map out 90 days of social media content topics in only 30 minutes. That is going to make your content creation life so much easier. Go to tracybeavers.com/social to grab that. And I know my assistant Jill is going to drop that link to that lead magnet, to that freebie, that free guide in the comments for us. So I hope, every week I say this, I hope that these tips have helped you. And we want to know what you want to see more of, learn more about, hear more about. Tell me. It's my goal to bring you value every week and be of service to you. And if you're loving this content, I want you to save it in your favorites and create that own library of yours of awesome videos that you can refer back to anytime. And remember, you hear me say this every week. Jade and I just finished talking about it. Being an entrepreneur is hard. Some days everybody wants to buy what you're selling, and other days nobody can remember your name and your phone's not ringing. And if you think you're alone, you're not. And as I said, it doesn't matter if you're starting on hour 1 of your business and you're brand new, or you've been doing this for 10 years. Everybody feels that way as an entrepreneur. So set a free short information call with me. Let's talk about coaching. You can tell me your income goals, your new client goals, and I'll tell you how we can achieve those together in a very short period of time. And I want you to reach out to Jade if you've got questions about mapping out your customer journey, if you're missing any pieces of it, and how you can use that automation and tech like she's doing, and get information about this summit coming up in July, because it sounds really awesome. Yeah. I want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend. And when one of us rises, we all rise. So we have got to keep cheering each other on. Okay, my friends, I'm going to check the comments really fast, Jade, and just see if you have any questions.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, cool. I don't see any questions at all. But I know that if they've got questions on the replay, again, you guys, post your questions in the group or on YouTube. I'll see them. And if I can't answer them, which if they're related to tech, I can't, I will get Jade back in the circle and we will and get you some answers. All right. All right. Thank you, Jade, so much for being with us.
Thanks, everybody, for watching.
All right. I'll see you guys next week.